think this is where the whole storage issue in this house comes from. But it's organised. Organised chaos. This room is kind of like our dumping ground. This is disgusting, Lou. Why have I let it get this bad? Hello guys, welcome back to another video and thank you so much for joining me today. Reason I'm filming this video, I'm going to cut straight to the chase. My house is untidy. It needs a good old tidy and a good old organise. I don't know about any of you guys, but when life gets a bit busy, my house stays clean. Like, it's always kind of relatively clean. I like to keep on top of those sorts of things. But my God, it gets so untidy. I feel like when life gets busy, I just start chucking things and I'll deal with that later. And our spare room, don't even get me started on that room. It is literally the dumping ground of all dumping grounds. So that is certainly a room we're going to tackle today. I've got cupboards that I'm ashamed to be showing you, but I think we just need a good old tidy and organised today. So, as I said, understairs cupboard needs some attention. A couple of kitchen cupboards need the attention. Spare room, that's not looking great either. I think we're just going to have a bit of a what we see as untidy we're going to tackle today. That's kind of on the agenda. So I'm not going to waffle on in this intro. I have the motivation to do it right now, as in tidy right now. So we need to do it right now before that motivation wears off. Let's go. So the first little area that we're going to tackle today is the understairs cupboard, because this little area is just always untidy. Basically, I know it's my own fault. I put too much stuff in here for how much it can take. And the best bit is I've only got literally, I think like 3 or 4 waterproof coats up there at the moment. We haven't even got our like winter coats down here, so it's only going to get worse as the seasons obviously change. But I know I keep a lot of stuff in here, but there's simply no other place for it. So this just naturally gets really, really untidy. Like, obviously, don't even talk to me about those shoes. Like, I'm probably damaging shoes lying them out like that. This never used to be here, this kind of like trunk thing, but that is now like Archie storage stuff. So this is not working for me, this space. So we just need to get it cleaned out. Now, I have honestly tried to declutter and reorganise this cupboard so many times, but I really do need everything else that is now in here. There's nothing else I can kind of cull from this cupboard that I no longer need. So basically all this stuff does need to go back. It just needs to go back in a better order. So this little thing here, is actually a bin. And it's quite good because I made it into like all the Archie storage, not his like food, that's all in the kitchen, but his bits that we don't need all that often. This worked really well when we first got him because I kept it organised, and now that needs a good old reorganise as well. So I love a bag for life, and I have numerous. However, again, they store quite well. Oh, what is that? What is in there? Oh gosh, I don't even know. They store quite well when I stack them properly, but I haven't been stacking them properly, so they're not storing well. So we just need to clear all those out as well. So I have a couple of boxes of things in here, which I suppose don't have to be under here. They could be somewhere else. However, there is nowhere else. It's the kind of place like if we had a garage, they would obviously go in there, but we don't. So I think this is where the whole storage issue in this house comes from. Everything has to be in the house. We have got like a fully insulated shed and things, so it's not like things will go damp and mouldy out there, but there are only some things that I'm happy to store out there. So storage box number 1. Now these do stack quite nicely in the corner, but this has got like all my wrapping, presents, gift bags, spare cards. If I like forget someone's birthday, I can grab one in there. And this box has got like party games, Prosecco Pong, beer pong. Like, I don't want to get rid of them. Do we play them all that often? Absolutely not. I am knocking on 30 now. But do I want to get rid of them? Also, absolutely not. But where else can I store them? So they just kind of have to be in there. Right, I'm going to get the rest of this cleared out. I've literally only got shoes, coats and a few little bits in here now. And I will catch up with you guys when this cupboard is empty. So here we are, a few minutes later. Everything is now out the cupboard. And as I say, when I was taking things out, I was like, there must be something in here that I can get rid of. But there literally isn't. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I do actually need everything that's in there. So it does need to go back in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything put back. I've literally just hoovered out this cupboard and it's got the shoe rack still in there because that's really quite handy. I'm going to get everything put back, and then I've actually got some little storage bits to put on the door, so I'll talk you through those. They look quite good and they're sticky, which means I haven't got to drill anything, which will make Connor very, very happy. He hates to see me coming with a drill. So yeah, I'm going to get everything put back and then we'll go through some storage solutions for the door, which are really, really inexpensive. So if they work, then this could be really, really good. vast majority of stuff put back under the cupboards. And as I mentioned, this is actually a bin, but we're kind of using it for Archie storage. So for instance, I'm not going to go through everything that's in here, but this isn't like a main food for him. This is something we use as like part of a stimulation toy. So these are things that he doesn't need all that often. But there was, oh, that's not even got anything in it. There was some form of order to this, and now there is not. So basically, what I'm going to do is this side here. I think these are meant to be two like recycling compartments and then like an actual garbage compartment. You guys can't see me, is that any better? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep his main lead out because I have another storage solution for that, which I'm going to show you. A storage solution, which I'm going to show you for that in a moment. But what I'm going to do is put his extending lead, or his long lead, that we hardly ever use, it's just if we need to have him tied up longer, on this side. His car clip, which again we don't use because he goes in the boot, but we have one in case he ever needs to go on the back seats. His harness, which he doesn't wear anymore, I'm going to put in there too. And then this bit at the bottom, that's got his worming tablets in it, his snuffle mat, that can all stay there actually. So I'm going to put his snuffle mat, his dental sticks, his little treats for his toys in there, and his medication. These poo bags are actually for the little poo bag holder I have, and I'm going to store these in this little Tupperware just because I have space, so I might as well. So then in this side, I'm going to put extra poo bags, which I've got 2 boxes of, his water bottle, which we use quite a bit, his dog brush, and that is it for what needs to go in here. But that all just keeps quite neatly, and hopefully it's going to slide in just in the side there. Perfect. So this is how we're now looking in here. I know it's still very cluttered, but it makes sense now and I can kind of get to things properly, so much, much better. And this is the little section of the door where I want to actually utilise some storage properly. So these bits on the stairs are things that still need to go into downstairs cupboard, but I actually bought these little storage boxes on Temu because they were so inexpensive and they were sticky, and I thought I've just got to try them. So I bought 6, and my idea is to go kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I've got an abundance of different things which I kind of need to get to. I was about to say get to quickly, quite regularly, but actually shoe shine isn't one of those. But you know, bits that are quite handy to have quick access to, I thought we could store on the door. Now, the reason I wanted these is because they are sticky, no drilling, so I can literally peel this little tab off the back here and then slot them into place. So hopefully it is as easy as that. So now that I have done 3 of these, I think I know the best way to show you guys how to do it. So the first one I stuck the little adhesive thing first and then clipped the pot in, which worked fine. But then I realised I wanted them obviously all to have a relatively equal gap and to line up at the sides. I am doing it by eye, so it's not perfect, but for what it is, it's fine, if that makes sense. So in order to achieve that, I'm actually slotting these in the back first with the sticky back still on them. Then I'm peeling them off, which comes off really easy. And then it's easier to kind of eyeball where it should be placed. And it's going to be, whoops, about there. And as I say, they're not completely perfect, but they're perfect enough for what they're needed for. And I think that's just the easiest way of doing it. So I've got 2 more, and then we can start getting them filled up, and that's always the best bit. Now, considering there was no measuring involved, they look relatively even actually, so let's get them filled up. Now, obviously they have only been up here for like a minute, and I know you're supposed to leave them for like 20 minutes to like kind of settle before you fill them up, but you guys know me, haven't got that much patience around here, so I'm just going to go for it. But I don't want to jinx it. They actually seem like really sturdy for, they're no more than £3. I can't remember the price, but they were no more than like £3.50, something like that per pot. I'll leave the link down below in the description box, but yeah, let's get these filled up. I know they're only plastic pots, but guys, I love them. So on these hooks here are obviously like our keys, but I've also just put the clothes pegs and the dog walking bag there, so they're easily accessible. But in here, we have just got Archie's lead, lint rollers, shoe care, bin bags, cleaning bits that I go for quite regularly, like an outdoor cleaning brush and the carpet scraper, and a little umbrella. But that is literally it. I know they're only plastic pots, but they make me very happy. This cupboard is still chaotic, but it's organised. Organised chaos. So 1 area tidy, there's a few more still to go. I'm heading upstairs to go to the spare room because this room is kind of like our dumping ground. When I don't know where to put anything or I just can't be bothered to deal with it, that's where it goes. But I have a new mattress, which I'm excited to talk to you about, which is going in our spare room. So I do need to clear it so that I can actually get that in, because right now that wouldn't be possible. I cannot wait until we finally move and have a utility room, because guys, I need a laundry room. The amount of washing we get through, I just can't keep it all in here. So admittedly, this isn't too bad. I know it's not great, but it's not too bad. This is Connor's clean washing that needs to go away. That is my clean washing, squeaky floorboard again. Connor's belts and cleaning cloths that need to go in the cupboard. This is the laundry that's come off the line today, so that all needs sorting. I think these are supposed to be in Connor's wardrobe, so I'll hang those up for him. Again, down here, there's just stuff. These shoes should be under the bed. Loft. I don't even know why there's a waistcoat on the floor. I don't have an answer to that. But it just needs a bit of a zhuzh in here so I can actually get the new mattress on. So what I'm going to do is just start by clearing in here. I don't really put Connor's clothes away. I know I always say this and then do put his clothes away, but I promise I only put his clothes away when I'm vlogging, because I just can't get to the room while his stuff is everywhere. So I'm just going to get it all tidied away, and then we can get rid of the old mattress and get the new one in place, which is very exciting. Okay, so this is the 4'6" Heritage Natural 2000 pocket sprung mattress from the Ottoman Bed Store. Now, full disclosure, this isn't an ad, but they did very kindly gift me this along with another little storage item, which I will show you in a moment. But I really like the Ottoman Bed Store because, sorry, I'm just going to cut it open while I'm chatting to you carefully. Oh, it's double wrapped. I really like the Ottoman Bed Store because their whole objective is to bring factory prices to everyone. So you're not paying premium prices for premium quality products, which sounds like exactly what we're all after. So I literally said to the team over at Ottoman Bed Store that I wanted a firm mattress for our spare room. I told them kind of what we wanted. They came back, gave me two options, and then basically this is the one that I went for. They'd asked me which day I wanted it to be delivered. I told them. I then got a text with a delivery window. Two guys came and delivered it. It was super straightforward. They put it where I wanted it. So it couldn't have been much easier. So I'm now just hoping this is as comfortable as it looks, because look how thick it looks. In fact, let me get it unwrapped so I can actually show you how quality this looks. Hello, would you be able to come and help me change over the new mattress?
Yes.
Here she is. Look how plush this looks. Can you see how thick the new mattress is? Like, just to give you a comparison, I've got really big hands, but look how thick it is. It honestly makes this room feel really quite different, actually. But the reason I went for this one, I never mentioned, we decided to go for a firm mattress. Now, although this is in our spare room, so obviously we don't actually sleep on it, Connor and I do just like a firm mattress because I believe this one is supposed to be good for people that sleep on their back, which I do. So I just wanted to get a mattress that we would like as well, just in case we ever did use it or anything like that. I say just in case we ever did use it. We actually have said we're going to sleep in here tonight because I feel like I just want to try it out. So I'm going to get the bed made up so that we can actually sleep in here tonight. This is 4'6". Our bed in our room is 6'6" wide, super queen, so it's huge. So I don't know whether we'll both end up staying in here all night because we'll probably annoy each other. So it might just be me, but I want to give it a little try. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. So if you are looking to get anything for your bedroom, the Ottoman Bed Store currently have a 50% off sale. And if you use code SAVE20, you will get another 20% off that already 50%, so 70% off, which is amazing. But I just want to show you something else they actually kindly sent me. Still not an ad, still just gifted, but I just think this stuff is really good quality for the money, so I do want to share it with you. But it's actually down in Connor's office, so let me just quickly pop in there and show you that. So this is the Monza storage box, which is actually intended to be like an end of the bed storage box, but obviously we don't have room for that. But I've put it in Connor's office because it actually provides some really good storage for my work bits. So I've got my kind of extra work supplies all across here and then some extra toilet roll, but I have got so much stuff in there. I'll leave all the information in the description box about what colours I've gone for, what sizes. I'll leave links to the exact like models of things I've gone for as well. Excuse the fact there's a golf club next to here. I'm in Connor's office. Of course there's a golf club. But yeah, super impressed with this one as well. I've got so much stuff in there. And again, it's really, really beautiful quality. But let's get back up to the house so that I can continue with some organising. What am I going to go for next? Do you want the light off in here, Con? What shall I go for next? I think there's actually a cupboard in the kitchen, which is actually my pan cupboard, which needs organising. It's not too bad, but it's just like when I need something from the bottom of that cupboard, ow, I didn't put any shoes on, just walked over the gravel. When I need something from the bottom of the cupboard, it all falls apart. All the baking trays just like fall on me. And actually that cupboard could do with a bit of a clean as well. It's all quite like scraped and things in there. So I think we'll move on to that cupboard next. Now, this is the cupboard in question. It's my pan cupboard, my chopping boards, and my baking trays. Now, the top is actually okay, but I'm still going to take everything out because, can you see this kind of like scuffing? Is that going to focus? Can you see that kind of like scuffing? That's just from where like pans come in and out. But these baking trays, it just doesn't work. They need to be stacked in an order that actually makes sense. But again, this all needs a good cleaner out. So I'm just going to take all this out and give it a clean with... What am I going to use? I think I'm going to use the pink stuff paste. That's normally really good at like gently getting rid of any stains or marks or things without actually damaging anything. It has just turned 2:37. I'm showing you this so that you guys can see that if you have any tasks which have been on your list for far too long, i.e. like this for me, that actually it should only take like 5 minutes. No, 6 or 7 minutes. I'm going to show you how quick it can be. Let's go.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time.
I should have stuck with my first time estimate, less than 5 minutes. I mean, I've got to just tidy up the cloth and things like that, but there we go, much better. Now, it felt like such an easy solution, but all I did was take the round baking trays and stack them under the mixing bowls, and that just helped all of that stack much better. But as you can see, all that scratching has gone as well with the pink stuff paste. So that is much, much better. And I also just need to pop my tin foil actually from one of these cupboards in there. I think it's in here because I might as well use, there we go. Much neater, done. So my last little declutter that I want to get done today is of these bathroom baskets because they are disgusting. I don't know if you can actually see, but this is exposing myself. Firstly, these liners really need to go in the wash. And secondly, like, what is that? I think it's fake tan, but that's not the point. It shouldn't be there. Like, this is honestly so grubby. But again, there's so much stuff in here that either might not be in date anymore, or I just don't need and I can like give out to people. But this sort of top basket here is all my face masks, eye masks, lip masks, mud masks, toothbrush heads for a toothbrush which I don't even have anymore. So I just need to go through and clear all that out because surely not all these face masks are still in date. So that's everything out of here. I'm going to take this liner out. Oh God, I don't think I've ever washed this. That is actually disgusting. So that's going to go in the washing machine. I'm going to take the baskets downstairs and just give those a good scrub as well. So I need to sort through those. In this one is my fake tans, which again, I just don't need all of this. So I'm gonna have it, oh, it feels dusty. This is disgusting, Lou. Why have I let it get this bad? Let's have a good old sort out. How bad is this? This is all the fake tans that I don't need and I'm done with. I've actually whittled it down to 5. I've got 5 tanning products now, which I know is still a lot, but I'm a tan girly. But yeah, this is all going in the bin. And I have got rid of 2 face masks. The rest were all fine. So I'm just gonna leave those. I can't lie, I've chucked them in the bath. The bath isn't full, I just didn't know where else to put them. So I'm gonna leave those in there and I'm gonna go and get these chucked in the washing machine. Love that this is meant to be a tidy and organisation video, yet I still have a mattress in my landing. Because obviously, although one's moved, the other one now needs to go. But that is being collected actually in a couple of days' time, so that's just gonna have to stay there. But oh well, it's a job ticked off the list. But I'm heading downstairs with my baskets because that is what we're gonna tackle next. And I think I'm just gonna use the pink stuff paste to actually clean up the baskets. And these I'm just gonna chuck in the washing machine with the pink stuff Oxy Action spray and chuck them on a relatively long but not too hot wash. Now I don't want to saturate these because obviously they're wood, but how disgusting is that? So I think what I'm just going to do is this cloth is actually on its way into a wash after I cleaned the cupboard. So I think what I'm actually just going to do is see if we can get some of this out with the clean stuff paste first. And then hopefully, if I kind of rinse it, I feel like that will get the rest of it off quite well. Right, taking the paint off. This is not a good idea. Thank God I started on the inside. I think I'm going to need to be a bit more gentle. It's kind of like, yeah, it's going to be a long process because I've got to do it like this. It's okay, let's just go around each little groove. But yeah, I've taken the paint off on the inside. So that's good. That little fake tan mark's coming off really well, but I'm like cautious to scrub it too much because there we go, I've just taken the paint off. Right, I need to stop. This is not how you clean these, clearly. Okay, to be fair, you actually can't see where the paint's come off, but it has come up nice and clean. So I'm just gonna go a lot more gently on this one. Look how disgusting that water is. Tell me those baskets needed cleaning without telling me those baskets needed cleaning. And that doesn't even include like the liners that are going to the wash. That was a job that clearly really needed doing. And there we have it, guys. I think that is everything I am going to tackle on my little tidy and organise journey today, because there are some jobs on there that have been, like I say, been on there for a long, long time, and it just feels good to get them ticked off. So I'm glad we got it done. But hopefully, if you're sat here watching this video thinking, God, there's some little bits that I need to get done, I just don't have the energy. That was me 2.5 hours ago. I literally was sat on the sofa doing some editing, like, oh, the last thing I want to do is get up and do some tidying and some organising. But I feel so good now that I've got that done. So let this be your sign to possibly get those little tasks sorted that you've been putting off for far too long. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate it if you potentially press the like button and potentially subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And I will see you next time. Bye.